What up? David here from Do Good Coaching. What I want to talk to you about today is becoming that better version of yourself, that higher version that you've always wanted to become. Or perhaps you felt that a change was needed to become a better version because you didn't like who you previously were. Perhaps you failed in a certain area of your life, perhaps you hurt people, and I'm here to tell you that that's okay. It's normal to have these slip-ups in life, these fuck-ups, as you will, and it's normal to want to change. However, thinking it and taking action and making the right steps to becoming a better person are completely different. So make sure you follow through and watch this whole video on how to become that better person. I can completely relate to this area. It's something I've been through. I've had areas in my life and times in my life where I didn't like who I previously was. I've hurt people I really cared about and lost them. And I screwed up in certain areas of my life. And you know what? It's ended up making me a better person because the pain I went through, the frustration, the anger, all these like negative emotions, I was then able to be self-aware, reflect on them, and turn them into positives for better change. And you can too. So awareness is the first step. Being aware, being self-aware of who you are, your thoughts and your feelings is the first step. Don't just passively acknowledge that you're not happy with yourself or your situation. Acknowledge it and act upon it. And I really emphasize this point. But the fact you're watching this video, you're on this channel, and perhaps you're watching other channels and resources, suggests that you are committed, or you're at least curious on improving yourself. So again, I congratulate you on that, and stay committed. The next point from here is believing in yourself, staying on course, and having the right tools in place to follow through. So why is this so key? Because, for example, if you have a personal trainer you may have for 6 months to help you lose body weight and maybe tone up, add muscle. The trainer can give you all the techniques you want. However, if you don't have the mindset, if you don't have the belief, if you don't follow through with that, you aren't going to achieve anything. So that's really the starting process. It's having those tools in place and then having the motivation, the drive, the determination to follow through. But I'm guessing if you've been through enough pain, enough hardship, enough is enough, and it gets to the point where you're like, it's do or die. And that mentality can actually work for you. Another point is to consider all resources, being able to accept help where it's given, or look for help if you need it, and not be too stubborn to take it. Remove your ego from the whole process, because the ego is massive. The ego will hold you back in life. It'll make you think that you're too good, that you don't need help, that you're fine the way you are. We've got through X amount of years and we've been okay. We'll be okay for the rest, the duration of our life. We'll figure it out. But guess what? You haven't figured it out, because you wouldn't be here, you wouldn't be questioning everything if you had figured it out. So back to my point of looking for resources. For me personally, I read a lot of books and audiobooks, which have given me the knowledge, the insight of various areas of my life that I wanted to improve, I wanted to get better at, for insight and for being able to give out, give back, but also being able to have the foresight of, as I said, removing your ego and perhaps letting others come into your life. Now this is especially crucial if you're quite a reserved, sort of closed off person. Be able to accept that you have faults, own them and let other people essentially critique who you are. Now, I'm not saying go onto the street and just say to someone, what do you think of me? Do you like me? Do you think I'm a nice person? No. Look for professionals, look for people who have industry knowledge, who have worldly knowledge. So whether that's, the personal trainer example I used, or coaches like myself, or therapists, people who have knowledge in certain areas, who can help you with those blind spots, who can track your progress, who can help you through the journey. The last point of all this is consciousness and awareness. So this is kind of a deeper, sort of more nuanced point, but being self-aware is so key to becoming a better person. It defines essentially who you are. Being aware of your thoughts and your feelings and essentially your place in the world, I would say becomes more relevant as you get older. You realize that things aren't as important as they once were. You're maybe not as special as you thought you were. So this also leads into consciousness. So being aware of your consciousness, being aware of your state, what you think and feel, is also a big key to play. Most people are barely even aware of what they think. I mean, essentially, becoming that higher vibrational self, a higher conscious self, is removing that, is removing the thought process, to be more present to the moment, enjoying your time, enjoying the now, and being more aware of your surroundings. And is it possible to be in that higher consciousness state all the time? Yes, it is. However, that is what we call enlightenment. That's the kind of the end journey, and very few actually attain that. And I'm not saying for 1 minute for you to go on a journey of self-discovery, to go become a Buddhist monk or whatever, although taking teachings from that can certainly help and benefit your life. However, operating a more sort of medium to higher term consciousness will certainly help you in terms of what you think and feel about yourself and your energy you give out in the world. And in terms of becoming a better person, that's crucial. Being able to certainly know what you're thinking and feeling, what you're giving out to the world, i.e. giving value rather than taking value, is so key. So once again, as I've said previously, focus on giving value, don't take. If you focus on taking, you're focused on more of a transactional relationship, what you can take, what you can get out of anything. And if you give, you're more wanting to just receive something in return. You're wanting to look at the better deal, where you should always look to have a win-win situation with people or in general. Don't look at win-lose situations or lose-lose, because they never work out, especially in the long term. The key point here is having that awareness of self, awareness of who you are, of what you're feeling, and kind of externally of the world around you, in terms of giving value and contributing to the world. All these actions and following through, not just being consciously aware on a low level, but actually having that deeper consciousness and being present, being able to follow through with that, means that you're much more likely to stay on that path of becoming a better person. So, if you like what you heard today, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to help it grow. Once again, this has been David from Do Good Coaching. Until next time.